Good day, everyone, and welcome to FergTV. We got a little project today, and that project is Crossfire. Now, if you're using Crossfire, it's a wonderful product, with one exception, and I learned this. Not the hard way yet, but I learned this.
This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we can throw it and drive. With the radio up so loud they can hear us from now. Nothing to lose, I feel it in my soul. So let's let the good times roll.
Let's get back into this. So the way these work is the crossover lines, that's Crossfire is the brand, but the crossover lines from the inner tire bring air to here, and well, this is the inner one. This one's on an L or a J, it comes back. So this is the outer tire. So they both come and they get filled right here. Take this off, fill them, and they're equal. The problem comes in when there's a leak. There could be a leak on the inside tire, and by having just this sender here, it's not going to be accurate. It's going to give you the same pressure that's in, let's say, this tire that didn't leak. It's going to tell you that there's 90 pounds in it, and you're not aware that you have a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to change to these Crossfire lines, and you can see that there's a Schrader valve on there. And then we'll have two of these, and that's going to give us an inner and an outer reading. The problem that I have now, or the situation that we're in, is there's not much room for me to get under. And for me to get this inner line, I got to see if my hand will fit in between the tires and take it off on the inside, because you can't get it from here. And there's not enough room to get under there, being as small as I am. So we're going to put air to the suspension now, and then get under there and make sure that I can get those lines off. Maybe we can get this. It's going to be close. Wish I had a longer wrench. This is a task. There we go. Okay. I think we might win. But boy, it's going to be a slow process. Oh, this is the hot one, because the other one is going to come off easy. We're going to lose some air. But that's life. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? We probably need to pull a wheel to do this, but we're not doing that. Almost off. Almost. So you can see that's a task. Maybe I'm not going about it just the right way, but what's happening is the tires are trying to balance off, I guess. But one hose is off. Now this one's a heck of a lot easier than the other one. So maybe what you want to do is take this one off first, and take the other one. I don't know. Maybe I did it the right way. Okay, so those two lines are on. So you get this loosened up so that we can get at these two screws and then backtrack. Okay, let's get a screwdriver and a wrench. All right, got a wrench. It's a 9/16. You might not have to take it all the way off. just enough to get to this piece here. Probably right in front of you there. You should say something. You bear a little responsibility here. All right. So basically what happens, and the way I understand it, is these just are held in by those brackets, and you have a rubber seal. So this is the replacement hose, which has a J end on it, but now we have a Schrader valve. So we need to make sure we get that proper. I would say we want it out there. That in. It's really not hard to do. It's just getting to those, to the valves there. That is the tough part. All right, let's get that in. Get that down. Don't do that. Get this thing started. Okay. And that guy. So this part of it is pretty straightforward and not hard at all. There. Okay. And now this guy. Boy, there's just enough room. I wonder if you can leave that on there. Let's pull this out. Yeah, I think so. You know, the more you do of something, the better you get at it. Put that up in there. And now I only have one screw to deal with. Okay. We'll get better at it. Boom. Easy. And then we'll just have to program the sensors, which I already have one on each side, but they'll have to get moved. They won't be in the right place on my board. Yeah, okay. So those will go out here, or they could actually go back there. That would be okay too. Might be better. All right, so now we need to get these on. Is it going to dictate where that wants it to go? I suppose it could go back there. That would be okay. Okay. There is not much room to move here. I wonder if the way they do this is they have the tires off the truck, put these on with them coming through, and then do the rest of it. Because this is a little bit of a challenge. I think we're up for it. I hate to use the wrench. I'd rather get it started by finger here so that I can feel it. Because if we cross-thread it, that's not what we want to do. Kind of look like we're going straight there. You know what? I think it started. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's part of it, right? I don't think we want it like that. But for tightening it up purposes, might not be bad. Slow and steady wins the race. This might be a good time for you to go give it the old up of yours. Don't do it for me, do it for YouTube. They love that sort of thing. And maybe you'll think about subscribing. Boy, I would appreciate it. Get a lot of new subscribers recently, which is good. And we're thankful for each and every one. Welcome to the new ones. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? There's probably a better tool than a straight wrench to get this done. Well, I'm not going to bore you with all of this. This looks like it's going to take a little while. I'll show you what happens when we're done. Well, that top one was a task. Let's see what we can do here. This one isn't going to be any easier. I think the top one was easier. I need to get that started. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See if we can spin it like this to get it started. If there's any luck. You know what? I think it started. Yeah. Now it's just spinning. So, we gotta get under there. I think as the air pressure comes out, the tires are getting closer together. I don't get my hand pinched in here, because it's just that tight. I think I got a rhythm going. I think it's stop and a stop. Yep. Excellent. Just when you think there's no God, something like that happens. There's probably a better way to do this. And you're sitting home going, that's not how you do that. Well, I don't know the other way right now. But I'd be willing to learn. Don't be afraid to comment. I never come on and tell everybody I know everything. I do quite the opposite. I'm going to tell you what I know, which isn't always the right thing. I think we're going to win, even if we're doing it wrong. I wouldn't say we're doing it wrong. I just think there's an easier way to do this. Okay. There. Man, I got to do the other side yet. I won't bore you with that, I'll tell you. Oh, I'll just show it to you when it's done. There's the new configuration. We'll get this back up in place, tighten that up, and then we'll put air back in them. And I think we're going to be golden, with the exception of setting the senders. Lines are both on, both sides. And if you notice, we've got our sensors on there. I've already programmed them, so they should be good. The only thing we need to do now is put air in both of these, this one and the other one, because we lost air, and then put our caps on. Plugged in and got juice from the back of the truck for the Viair air compressor. And I was going to put this on and try it, but I don't need to. It's so easy to push the other one in. Let's go that route. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see the line in the middle of that going up. So if you ran these at 95, which they tell me it should be 90, you could go by that line. But we're not running at 95. So there's a lot of air going in because we're going to fill up both tires. I'm having trouble getting it to go over 80 PSI. So I'm going to try putting this on. Let's see what happens. I guess it just needs so much air that it's taken a long time. You know, it's not one tire that was down, it was two. So we'll give it a little time. I'm finding that the Viair gauge is off by about 3 pounds. And I'm basing that on taking a reading with this, which says it's just about 90. And that says it, and the gauge on there says it's about 93. And then coming up here, and it's got to go through a couple more here. It says 90 now. The inside one says 90. I think they have to balance off because I was getting two different readings, inner and outer. 90 over there and 89. So I think that'll balance off also. I think it's a little warm to be doing this today. It's probably 90 degrees, I don't know, it's hot. And the sun is on, the tires on the passenger side. So I think what we're gonna do is just let it be. We'll check it again in the morning when it's cooler. Welcome to the next morning. It's a little cooler now and we can check our tire pressures and just top them off. And that's where we're at. Went around, did all the tires, truck and trailer. We're ready to leave when we're ready to leave. The fronts on the truck are supposed to be 95. The rears on the truck are supposed to be 90. And the trailer's supposed to be 110. I'm going to probably put it in right here. The place that I bought the Crossfire lines, how much I paid, even the part numbers. They were a little bit of a task to find, not too bad, but they weren't readily available everywhere. So if that helps you out. Now, one thing that I did run across is I have a gauge on my Vair. I have a tire pressure gauge, and I also have the sensors, which then give me a reading up in the cab of the truck. None of them match up. So this one runs about 3 pounds low, so you got to go over by 3 pounds. I don't know if this one's correct or not. I have a feeling that this one might be pretty good. For instance, I'm getting 110 on the trailer out here on all 4 tires. Yet when I read my TST monitor, it's let's see, I'm getting 110. Oh, it's saying it's 113, 112. So it's something's off. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we're close enough and we're in better shape than we were before. If we get any big discrepancies in temperature or in poundage, I'm going to get a warning. I think that's going to do it right here. Thanks for joining me. If you got enough mustard left in you, if you go give it the old up yours, if you're getting anything out of any of these, maybe you'll subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.